All right, grab your loop. Let's get started. Let's say you don't have a loop, then just grab a resistance band and tie it into a circle. So your first exercise, you're going to hold your hips up, extend one leg out, keep your knees even, and then bring your leg out to the side. This is working your outer thigh along with your glutes and your core. See if you can control that motion and just do 10. All right, other side, same thing. Hips up, bring your leg out to the side. 10 good ones. Good, same position. Now you're just gonna tuck one knee in and then extend it out. Now you're kicking in that hip flexor, some quadricep. Your glutes are still working, your core is still working. Control that motion on the way in as well as the way out, and see if you can do 20 of these. Take a breather if you need to. Think about the muscles you're working. And as always, happy thoughts. Good, almost there. All right, other side. Keeping your hips up. Controlling that motion. Think about the muscles you're working. Getting stronger with your lower body. Don't be surprised if you need to take a breather. You can always tuck your knees in and then go right back into the exercise when you think you're ready. 20 good ones. You got this. Almost there. Good. Now frog legs, so keep the band on your legs or above your knees. Knees come down and apart and then up and together. These work your inner thighs as well as your outer thighs. Keep your knees over your hips, that way your lower back stays on the mat, super important. And control that motion on the way down as well as the way up. And 20 good ones. Good, next one, bicycle. I'm gonna start with my legs up so you can see how that looks, keeping my lower back on the mat. And then if you're comfortable, you can lower your legs as long as your lower back stays down. Once it starts sneaking off the mat, then bring your legs up a little bit higher. So now you're working your hip flexors, your glutes, and your core, and those outer abs as well. 20, right and left is 1. Awesome. Lead with your shoulder blades, chin away from the chest. Very good. Keeping the band on, and then just go into simple bridges. Good. You're pressing out on the band a little bit, but really think about squeezing at the top as you lift your glutes off the mat. Good, your core's kicking in, your glutes. Take a breather if you need to. Awesome. Alright, let's do some inner thigh. So you're just going to lay on your side. Place the band under one foot and on the other ankle. Make sure your inner thigh is facing the ceiling. That's what you're working. And then just lift up. Awesome. Same thing, 20 reps. Good. And then do a little spin, or you can roll over. And other side. Awesome. So you're going to place it under one foot. And then you put the other one on the ankle. Same thing, inner thigh facing the ceiling. Think about that inner thigh kicking in, that adductor, and just lift. Also, see if you can keep tension on the band so there's no slack in it, just to keep that muscle working the whole time. Use your muscle to lift as well as to lower. Awesome. All right, let's go on all fours. And we'll do some outer thigh lifts, some hydrants. Back nice and flat, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and then you're just gonna lift your knees straight out to the side and do 20 good ones. Now if this bothers your wrists, you can also go on your elbows and do the same thing. Try to keep your hips square with the floor and not pop up. And think about that outer thigh really kicking in. Good job. Guess what? Other side. Back nice and flat. Knee goes straight out to the side. Abs are tucked in. Same thing, you can go on your elbows if you'd like. If it bothers your wrists or if it's more comfortable. It seems a little harder to me when I go down on my elbows. Maybe you want to do that. Alright, let's go into a plank. Your core kicking in, and then just alternate one knee on the floor. So right then left is one, and we're going to do 20 of these. You can keep your back nice and flat, head in line with your spine, and then tap your knees. You're doing great. Almost there. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Alright, let's do some donkey kicks. You're just going to bring one knee in and then extend it out. You could also do these on your fist if it starts to bother your wrist. Knee in and out. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Control that motion on the way in as well as the way out. Very good. 20 on each side. You're almost there. Good. Other side. Control the motion. Keep your hips square with the floor. Think about your glutes really kicking in. Don't forget to breathe. Think about the muscles you're working, super important. Picture them getting stronger. And then when you're done, just sit back on it, reach your arms out, release. Bring your hips to the side. This is always a feel-good stretch. And then bring it to the other side. Good. And then boom, you're done. Good job.